Next question from Michael Keating, inside Canberra.
Michael Keating from inside Canberra, Minister. Developing countries have suggested that developed countries create a $100 billion fund to help them adjust and mitigate to the effects of climate change. It seems that developed countries are unwilling to do this. If China and India were to agree with developing countries on this issue, could it lead to a breakdown of the Paris conference?
Look, until recently, I did think that that was the major risk for the conference. But because of the OECD report, which set out, by my recollection, a figure of about $62 billion per annum as the current flow of funds from government to international organisation, government country to country, developed to developing, and private sector in its different manifestations, it now appears that we will be able to achieve that outcome of $100 billion through all sources in terms of developed to developing. What's interesting is much of it is economic investment and not just classical aid. I think that is the model which is most important for the world because it is most sustainable. And where I frankly did have my concerns with the OECD report, and I met with the Secretary-General of the OECD to discuss this only a couple of weeks ago, I think we will find our way through. And what had been the biggest risk to the talks and the conference will probably be resolved. Having said that, there's usually a DNA. The talks go well for a week and a half. There's a breakdown on about the Wednesday. Everybody storms out. Friday, they come back. The clock stops at midnight, and somewhere about 4 a.m. on the Sunday morning, Lenore will be able to put her pen down and say, "It is done."